The Xbox Showcase this year was actually a serious banger. We've got some really nice stuff to look forward to, and I don't want to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on gameranx, 15 big new announcements of Xbox Showcase 2024. Starting off at number 15, it's Atomfall. Not to be confused with Fallout London, the Fallout mod. This is a completely different game. The scenario is not the same as Fallout. We're not talking nuclear war, we're talking nuclear disaster. And we're not talking exploratory RPG with shooter elements, we're talking survival. Now, very obviously, there are things that resemble Fallout in this trailer, but it doesn't get overly retro-futuristic at any point. There are a few elements of that, but nothing like Fallout, in my opinion. You got settlements, cults, mutants that live in caves, and surface level, all that stuff sounds like Fallout, but you look at the trailer, it doesn't look like Fallout. In terms of armament, you are not a walking tank. We see our guy with a revolver at one point, bow and arrow at another, and then a flashlight. It doesn't seem like you're going to be launching any mini nukes, is what I'm saying. You're going to be scavenging and trying to stay alive, which is a very different goal than that of Fallout, which, I mean, generally, the idea is to become an unstoppable badass. There's power armor and crazy weapons and stuff. So I think there's some pretty big distinctions here. That and it's a survival game. It's also a very pretty survival game. You got an indie developer called Rebellion, and they actually made an in-house engine that looks pretty sweet. Atomfall is going to come to Xbox Series and PC next year. We'll give you more information as we know it. And number 14 is Mixtape, a game that brings together a classic soundtrack with a very unique art style and apparently nostalgic aimlessness, according to its description. I will let it off the hook for that for now, because it does look like an interesting game in terms of gameplay. It's got you flying around your old memories. I mean, not your old memories, the character's old memories. And I don't exactly know where that's going to go, but you're flying around in countrysides in a very interesting art style. Honestly, visually striking, got a good soundtrack. Worth giving a chance. Don't know when it's coming out, though, so we'll give you more information when we have it. And number 13 is Age of Mythology Retold, basically Age of Empires Extreme. This is a remake of the old offshoot of the Age of Empires series. It's still an RTS game. It still uses a lot of the fundamentals that you find in Age of Empires, but now you got huge Greek god crap going on. Epic disasters, insane crap. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Honestly, if you remember this game, it's a hell of a lot of fun if you like Age of Empires, and they've really got it looking cool. It's recognizably Age of Mythology to me, but also there's so much stuff that absolutely couldn't be visualized the way that it is here, back when that game originally came out in 2002. We actually do have a release date for it. It's coming to Xbox Series and PC September 4th. At number 12, we've got Dragon Age the Veilguard. Finally, we actually do have footage of the game engine. We got sort of a team assembly type trailer where we get the introduction to a few different characters. And then basically is like, the player will be the leader. I mean, it's a pretty basic concept for a trailer, but they do a good job making it really big and epic. I mean, it looks like the Dragon Age you want to play, and that really, to be frank, is what BioWare really needed it to look like. We don't have an exact date, but it will be coming out in the fall of this year, apparently, so we will let you know more as we know it. Moving on to number 11, we've got South of Midnight, which is a game we've actually seen prior, and it looks very interesting. It wasn't just a cinematic trailer this time around. We got some actual gameplay of it. In some ways, I actually got some God of War reboot vibes from it. It's maybe a little faster paced. I definitely wouldn't put it in the Platinum Games action area, but it's an action game with some clear adventure and exploration elements. It's definitely a lush and very pretty world, very different and unique looking as far as I'm concerned. And you got some pretty awesome traversal powers, like you got some grappling hook stuff, you got some Uncharted stuff. I mean, there's a lot going on in this game. The music, also absolutely beyond enjoyable. I don't know, I think this is going to be a really cool game. We didn't get a release date. It's going to be next year, though, so, I mean, we got a while to wait. I'm excited for it, though. Number 10, a Perfect Dark gameplay reveal. So let's just go ahead and say this. The Perfect Dark trailer is freaking cool. If you've ever played Mirror's Edge and thought, man, this could use a little more fighting and gunplay, it looks like the new Perfect Dark is basically made for you. And basically that's kind of what I've always wanted. I've always wanted more Mirror's Edge. It's not that I don't want more of that, and it seems like we'll never get it, but I've also wanted this. This is exactly what I wanted after playing Mirror's Edge, and that's really exciting. We've got the spy hacking, we've got bullet time, it seems like. We've got, like I said, the Mirror's Edge style parkour stuff. I don't even care what this is about. The company behind it, The Initiative, has people working at it that previously worked at BioWare, Naughty Dog, Respawn, Santa Monica Studio, Blizzard, Insomniac, Rockstar, and it's headed up by the guy who used to head up Crystal Dynamics. It's seemingly a hell of a studio, and they are accomplishing some very cool looking things with this. I seriously can't wait to play this. In some ways, it kind of sucks that it's not Rare, but also I don't really know what the hell's going on with Rare. They released that Battletoads revival a few years ago that was really good, frankly. It kind of got savaged by reviewers, but I enjoyed it. Regardless, this looks phenomenal. At number 9, hey, there's a new Doom game. It's called Doom the Dark Ages, and I don't know why they have made a prequel that puts Doom in a medieval setting. Doom is Doom. I don't ask a lot of questions regarding Doom, and I'm not going to ask why. I don't care why. It's Doom. And to be frank, all of the cool combo shooting, new school Doom stuff is here. It looks like a great progression of that formula, even. I mean, the people doing the modern Doom games really have it honed to a finely tuned arcadey, but I mean, first-person shooters were never in the arcade type thing. You got a bunch of new weapons from the looks of it. They're probably somewhat familiar, at least some of them. Probably some stuff out of left field. Yeah, Doom guy looks pretty badass with a cape, though. I'll say that. Guy's wearing a pelt. I don't know. Everything looks imposing. More so than usual, even. And I don't know exactly, again, why any of this is happening, but I also kind of don't care. I'm happy to see more Doom. These guys make great levels. It's great gameplay. How could you not want more? Doom the Dark Ages is coming to Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and PC next year. At number 8, we got a new State of Decay trailer. State of Decay 3 is on its way, which is good. I mean, it's a franchise that I think maybe doesn't get the attention that it deserves. So knowing that we're getting another one, I'm happy. It's also a good trailer. Really emphasizes teamwork, community, and sacrifice. I mean, it's a good trailer. We didn't exactly get any major clues as to what maybe might innovate in terms of gameplay. We did get, I think interestingly enough, some shots that kind of emulate what to expect, which I kind of like. If you're going to give us a cinematic trailer, give us a couple of shots that actually kind of represent what the game is going to be. Even if it's not necessarily the game, kind of show us what you're doing. And I think they did that here. I mean, the world looks cooler than it ever did. I'm definitely excited to see what they're able to do with a third State of Decay game. We don't have a date or anything, but it is going to be an Xbox exclusive, which makes sense. It's always been. And we'll definitely keep you informed as we know more. And number 7 is Diablo Vessel of Hatred, the first Diablo 4 expansion. I mean, it's a Diablo 4 expansion, so you know that it's going to play like Diablo 4, which is good because Diablo 4 plays very well. And I think that they made the right choice giving us a very cinematic trailer that is, it is a lot. My favorite thing in the world isn't human bodies splitting up into semi-detached masses. That being said, they really lure you into a false sense of security in the course of this trailer, and I mean, it was some pretty good storytelling, just the trailer. So we're going to get a new class, we're going to get base game updates, new PvE, new co-op stuff. I mean, they're updating almost every aspect of the game as well as adding an expansion. It looks to me like it's going to be a pretty sweet add-on. Gotta say, the creative team and the art department, they're definitely doing the heavy lifting here in terms of hype because, I mean, we all know what Diablo 4 is at this point. And that's not to de-emphasize how good Diablo 4 is. I mean, it has its problems. Certainly near launch, it had quite a few problems, but this looks like a pretty good expansion. I'm pretty excited for it. It's coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC October 8th. And moving on to number 6, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's an interesting story. Apparently there's a paintress that wakes up every year, paints a number, and it kills off a bunch of people, and you're on an expedition to stop it. This is the 33rd time she is going to wake up and do this. Obviously, the idea of the game is to stop it. Like, I'm just going to throw a guess out there. The twist in this game is that you aren't actually stopping it, you're facilitating it. And once you figure that out, you decide that you're going to break the cycle for real this time. And honestly, I always dig a game like that. If I'm right, I'm there for it. And if I'm wrong, I'm still there for it. Looks like a cool game. I like the aesthetic. The gameplay looks good, or at least what they're representing the gameplay to look like. Probably an action RPG. Going to be landing next year, so we'll give you more information when we have it. And number 5 is Starfield Shattered Space. And say what you will about Starfield, it is an interesting and fun game that does provide a lot of cool stuff, particularly the shipbuilder. But now they're going to be bringing a whole lot more of cool stuff because they're bringing the creation kit into it. And also they're releasing a DLC that really gives off some major Prey vibes. It's called Shattered Space. And besides the Prey vibes it gives off, it also reminds me of some of the scarier DLCs from the Elder Scrolls games in weird ways. It's also, in some ways, reminding me of No Man's Sky, but cosmic horror instead of cosmic wonder. Obviously, it's a game that is nothing like No Man's Sky. It's a Bethesda game. Is it ever a Bethesda game? But honestly, it really gives the kinds of vibes that previous Bethesda DLCs, the old stuff that I personally really enjoy, is giving me that kind of vibe, and I never got that kind of vibe from Starfield at any point, even though I did enjoy Starfield. I'm really excited to see where this goes, because it really, I can't stress enough how much it reminds me of like the weird otherworldly encounters in various Elder Scrolls DLC. Longtime Bethesda people will remember that, and I give them crap about their engine all the time, but they do create some damn good experiences in terms of content, and I'm definitely looking forward to Shattered Space. It is coming this year. We will give you more information when we have it. At number 4, we got some new gameplay for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle from Machine Games. I mentioned them up front because the game to me is looking more and more like a Machine Games game as they show us more of it. I mean, the Machine Games guys, they excel at portraying Nazis badly. They give them interesting traits. They make it so you kind of find them funny, but you just, like, feel the evil oozing from them instantly. If there's anybody who does it better than Machine Games, I don't know who does. And then you throw in Indiana Jones, and how can you complain? Is there any better fictional character besides the other one that Machine Games has made massive hit after massive hit with? No, there isn't. Troy Baker is doing a great job as Indy as well. Never makes you really think about it. You just feel like you're watching Indiana Jones, which is excellent. That is exactly what you want. And again, like I said, the gameplay actually looks pretty good. Looks a lot like a Machine Games game, but you have a whip now. I think they were a good choice because, again, the whole they deal with Nazis good thing, but also they deal with weapons good, like different weapons. They're good at innovating weird gameplay mechanics based on weapons, and I think the whip is 100% that when you're talking about a first-person whip. I am pretty excited to play this. It's also got a better name than the Dial of Destiny. The Great Circle actually sounds like something. Dial of Destiny doesn't. It is coming this year, so look for more news on that as soon as we have it. So we've actually got some new information on the Fable game. There has not been a new Fable game since 2010, and this game is going to focus on a guy who was retired named Humphrey. Hell of a retired guy name, that one. He's going to be forced out of retirement, of course. I mean, if it was just like about sitting around in his house remembering like the good old days or something, that probably wouldn't be a very good game. But we got a little gameplay. It isn't really enough to make a lot of judgment on. It definitely looks like Fable. There's definitely going to be choice. It's somehow going to affect the overall story, which is good to know, but we still don't know a hell of a lot. It does have a release window of 2025 now, though, which is something we didn't know before, so stay tuned. At number 2 is Life is Strange Double Exposure. Honestly, it seems like it's probably what they should have done all along. They returned to the original protagonist. Max Caulfield is the protagonist of this one. I don't know why they went off with different protagonists. I know that the ending of Life is Strange was kind of definitive-ish, but life is supposed to be strange, right? Anyway, this one is about a murder that happens in her reality. She finds that she can traverse between two different realities. The murder hasn't happened in the other reality. It's her friend, so obviously she wants to save her friend. And in order to do that, she's going to have to solve the murder in one of the realities and prevent it in the other. I don't know exactly how that's all going to line up, but I think pretty good plot. Also, obviously, it looks as though they've expanded the purview of what a Life is Strange game is. Clearly, it's an adventure game still, but it looks like there's a lot more going on. I'm good with that, and I am particularly happy that they've returned to the original protagonist. We also have a release date for it. It's coming to Xbox Series and PC on October 29th. And finally, at number 1, it's exactly what we all wanted to hear but never expected to hear, because Gears 5 came out in 2019. It was supposed to kick off a big multimedia franchise, and we got Gears Tactics a year later, which is not another Gears game. It's not a movie. I don't think a lot of people really know what the hell is going on with Gears for a while, and this trailer's hype. It's a prequel, takes place 14 years before the first Gears of War. It's called E-Day, and it tells the story of the first Locust emergence on Sarah. Honestly, in every way, it's probably the right move. It looks cool. They gave us a little mad world. It's basically everything you want from a Gears trailer, except gameplay, which of course we don't have. It is just an announcement. We have absolutely nothing in terms of when or exactly how it will come out. Obviously, it's going to be a Game Pass game. It's one of the big Xbox franchises, and we'll see where that goes. I'm excited. Microsoft finally went ahead and announced a discless Xbox Series X. It's the white edition of the Xbox Series X. It will not have an optical storage drive. It will have a terabyte of internal storage and a price of $449.99. There's also a new edition of the Xbox Series X with an optical drive that's going to be launching for $599.99, so $600. And the main feature of it, aside from the quote-unquote Galaxy Black color, but it will apparently be launching with twice the storage of any of the other models. And honestly, I think this might have been the right route to go, as opposed to the Xbox Brooklyn, the codename Brooklyn thing. You might have seen some stuff about that, but it seems like that's not what they're going with this year. I think right choice, honestly. Xbox needs to avoid confusion and start really hunkering down with some consistency, not only in console design, but also in games. And honestly, we got a bunch of pretty good game announcements. I think that we got a pretty fair amount to look forward to. Honestly, quite a few pretty damn good announcements this Xbox showcase. Definitely didn't feel like the gaming dark times we've been in for the last 6 or 7 months. What do you think? Leave us a comment. Let us know. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications. And as always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter, Falcon the Hero. We'll see you next time right here on Game Ranks.